You know what? I might get some fresh cow pies just for good measure. If we're gonna do it, let's do it right. You're doing something slightly interesting is what you said?
Slightly interesting. I guess.
Good afternoon, beautiful people. We're doing something interesting.
I guess.
So, I see a roaster oven
Oh my
and
gosh.
chunks of turkey going in the roaster oven.
So, we have not raised...
Hold that up.
But yeah,
That is a massive turkey leg.
that's a pretty big turkey leg. That's pretty big. We raised turkeys the year we had Buggy, and then we put them in the freezer, and then I didn't forget about them, but I ignored them.
They got buried.
Yes, like very buried. I mean, we've eaten a couple, but we had like, this is probably about 2.5 turkeys worth. And I was like, you know what? We're not going to eat these roasted. They're starting to get freezer burn. I'm just going to cook them, and I'm going to can them. Because I know that way we'll eat them. They're more accessible that
Having
way.
canned meat is quite handy. Just open up a can, maybe some pasta or something.
Right.
Bam, dinner.
Exactly. So that's what I'm doing. And then I got this done yesterday. This is like the breast.
So that's been cooking like for 24 hours.
Yeah, I did.
Slow cooking.
Yeah, I put it really low last night to cook overnight. And then I'm doing the drumsticks and wings and stuff that are left. And then I'll just pull it all off, just like we do our chickens when we do chicken processing day. Pull all the meat off, can it, and then we'll have canned turkey.
Ready-made canned turkey.
It's a lot easier to pull out a can of already cooked ready turkey than to remember that I need to take out the turkey to defrost it to cook it for a dinner. It's like way easier this way.
It's highly convenient. Fast food, if you will. Homestead fast food.
Yes.
So
that's what I'm doing.
Well then, I guess I'll leave you to it.
All right.
Because I mean, you're so busy, you know, turning the roaster oven on and walking away for 24 hours.
Yeah.
All right, I get to go play outside, and I get to pick up a project that I was working on a week ago.
Yes.
So, out to the mud. All right, so if you guys remember last week's video when I made charcoal, that was towards the end of the week. I think it was Thursday was when I did that. All that charcoal I made has sat there for a week. I'm finally to the point where I can deal with it. But first I need a barrel. I have a barrel and it's currently a pig waterer. Well, I'll walk over here, I'll show you. I have 3 waterers and I'm only using 1 pen right now. I'm gonna separate a couple of these pigs because on Friday we are selling a couple of them, so I gotta separate out the ones we're getting rid of. So I've got that one in there. That's got those little dripper nipple things on it. Highly convenient. That one has the top on it, so it keeps, you know, pine needles and leaves and stuff out of it. Same with that one. But that one over there that they are currently using, I'll walk over here and show you. This one doesn't have a top. I had cut the top out of it because I was using it as feed storage, and then I needed an extra waterer for this pen. And so I drilled a hole in the side and I put one of those water nipples in there, and it was like, it got the job done. And it's been in here for, gosh, 2 years or something like that. But the problem with it is it gets nasty. All these pine needles fall in. It'd be quite interesting to look. We are getting up towards the weather where the tree frogs that we have around here like to get in there, and I'll come every now and then and there will be tadpoles swimming in it. When Bubbles was in there, he didn't seem to mind tadpole water, but it's not the best situation for animal water. I'm kind of, let's just say I'm a little particular about animal waters. I don't like them to be disgusting. It grosses me out. I wouldn't want to drink out of a muddy, poopy, tadpole-y water. I don't think any of you guys would, so why should your animals? I'm gonna dump that one out. I'm gonna dump that one out. I'm gonna put that one in that pen, and that one is what I'm gonna make biochar in. That's what today's video is gonna be, is biochar. Run, piggies! Got them both out. I'm actually gonna go grab a shovel real quick and I've found they don't knock them over. I mean, they don't really knock them over anyways, but the biggest problem I've had with these barrel waterers is when it starts getting hot, they start wanting to have a mud hole. These pens, we don't have a problem with a mud hole. We have a seep right there and it just stays squishy and wet. And then because this is at the bottom of the property, all the rainwater comes here. So it might not be the best place for a pigsty if you aren't into mud, but the pigs are. So pigs have been pretty happy in here. They have mud all throughout the year. I think last year this only dried up once, and it was probably in like June when we don't get a lot of rain. So I'm gonna go grab a shovel, kind of dig this drum down just a little bit so they can't dig around it. I think when Lamb Chop was here, I had a couple times where I would come out, fill the thing up, come out the next morning, it's tipped over, and she's just laying in the mud happy. Well, what I finally did was I dug it in so it sunk down a little bit, and that kind of solved the problem. So I will be right back. There's some of the wood chips that I put in here. That's a good example, digging down. That was what the dirt looked like when we first put pigs in here, and now we've got like 6 inches of blackish gray muck. Hey, that actually works out for you guys. Now those water nipples are close to the ground, like you guys. In case you couldn't see that from your vantage point uphill, I just sunk that in a couple inches, nothing real crazy, and it kind of made those water nipples a little bit closer to the ground, which, in case you hadn't noticed, these are pretty close to the ground pigs, so they'll appreciate it. In that pen over there, where they have been living, I had to put a couple cinder blocks under one of the nipples because the runts in this crew couldn't reach. They were too short. All right, I'm gonna get a hose in here, start filling this up, and cool. That concludes this portion. All right, I'm gonna sit here and wait for this to fill up, because knowing me, I'll forget about it, and I'll come out here and there will be water everywhere. So I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna sit tight till this is full, and then I can continue on with phase 2. All right, I'm gonna see if I can catch the females and separate them out from the males, put them in that other pen. This might not work. Come on, pigs. Come on, pigs. Come on, pigs. Go ahead, grab some. You grab some food, I'll grab you. They're on to me. Come on, pigs. Come on, pigs. You're big. All right, water's full. Piggies are separated. That was like a bonus. I wasn't actually planning on doing that today, but it was like, you know what, I'm down here, I'm waiting for the water to fill up. And that wasn't too bad. They're a little upset because they're not used to only having half their crew in there, but that's all right. I've actually been meaning to separate the males and the females anyways. For one, let these two little male runts see if I can get some weight on them, but it's all right. Cool. Yay for bonus. All right, I'm gonna drag this over here by the barn, grab myself a couple buckets, then I kind of get to go on an Easter egg hunt for things that I'm gonna add to my biochar. All right, I think I'm just gonna set up right here. It's close to the charcoal, fairly close to the manure, and I've got compost in various places, so all my ingredients are pretty close to right here. And while I have the hose dragged down this way, I can fill up my barrel right here, so I'm gonna get set up right here. All right, this is how I'm gonna get all this going on. I've been wanting to do this for a little over a year. That is a fish tank bubbler. The line is going to go down into the bottom, hopefully, if this all works out right. And this fish tank bubbler will provide air underneath And it'll keep everything agitated and moving around. Make sure that it doesn't become anaerobic. Should have enough line, hopefully. Maybe not. Might have to come up with plan B real quick. Yep, that's pretty short. That's right, we'll try it out. If the fish tank bubbler doesn't work, just having everything soaking and making a charcoal poop soup will work too. So, all right, got my buckets and my shovel. Let's go get some charcoal. We'll start with that first. So since I have so much charcoal right here, I'm actually gonna give all of the pigs some charcoal. I haven't given them charcoal in quite a while, a couple months, but this is something, since it's so easy to make, if you burn a fire, you're gonna have some charcoal. Pigs like it. Really, all animals like it. Should go see if the cow would eat some. I think I offered her some one time and she turned her nose up and rolled her eyes at me, so I haven't given her charcoal since. All right, I'm gonna get a bucket and I'll go around and give the animals some real quick and then I'll get started. Man, today is the day of sidetracks. Holy mackerel. Oh, a piece of candy. Oh, look, a distraction. Squirrel. That is great charcoal. You're gonna see some disappointed pigs. You're gonna recognize a pink bucket because that's usually what the feed comes in. I'm gonna dump this out and they're gonna jump all over it and be like, what the heck is this? But I think what's funny is I'll come out later and a good portion of it will be gone. All right, who wants some charcoal? Who wants some charcoal? Don't knock me over. Watch out. Look, it's just charcoal. It's just charcoal. And they're looking at me like, what the heck, man? Go ahead, stick your snoot in there. That's all I brought. Oh man, that look right there. They're like, man, you brought us a bucket of disappointment. Sorry guys. It's just charcoal. Pigs are one of the funniest critters I've ever been around. Had dogs before, had plenty of cats. Been around cows, you know, I did 4-H when I was a kid. I think pigs are one of my favorites. They have so much personality, like right there. That was disappointment. Just the look on their face was like, how could you do that? Hey, it's medicinal. You'll use it if you need it. Charcoal? Probably not. That's a big resounding no out of those. And you guys just ate. Like there's literally food still in your feed pans over there. Before I get started on this, I'm gonna put this together and see if this fish pump even has enough hose to get to the bottom. Because it's gonna be kind of hard to put it in the bottom once everything's in there. So I'm gonna make sure it'll reach. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need a lot more airflow than this is gonna provide. I was planning on doing it in a 5-gallon bucket instead of a 55-gallon bucket. It's kind of leaky. So is that it? I mean, that'll probably provide enough bubblage. And that's a good amount of airflow. That was bubbling pretty good. You know, that might work. Reach to the bottom. So that's all I want. I can get all this covered up. I just want to get this in there. I should crush this because this is pretty large pieces, some of it, but there is also a lot of the real small particles, which is what I want. Usually what I do is I crush this first, but I'm not sure. This is kind of an experiment. I've never done it with a fish bubbler. I've never done it in a 55-gallon drum. So there's a lot of stuff that it's kind of a first. All right, bucket of charcoal. Now I'm gonna go get some dry cow pies. You know what? I might get some fresh cow pies just for good measure. If we're gonna do it, let's do it right. No, mainly what I just need some dry cow pies. That way I don't have a big stinky drum over here. The dry ones are a little bit less stinky.
Yeah, crackers.
Cow crackers.
Those are some nice dry crackers.
Nice dry cow crackers.
Animal crackers.
No, these are cow crackers.
These are cow crackers.
Now, people are gonna ask, like, okay, so you're charging up this biochar, you're making biochar. Is there any secret? Do I have to use just cow poop? I don't have a cow. No, you can use really anything. If the comfrey was growing right now, I would be picking a bunch of comfrey and putting comfrey in. But, you know, it's been so cold, there's really no comfrey right now. I've got manure, I can make charcoal. I could go like cut weeds and stuff. I've noticed that the dead nettle is up. Dead nettle's real good. Basically any deep miner, you know, you could get dandelions and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna use manure since it's right here and we have lots of it. Ta-da! That's good to see. We're getting bubbles.
In goes the turkey.
In goes cow crackers. Mmm. Tasty soup. All right, I'm gonna go get more charcoal. All right, that right there can sit and do its thing for a month. Like, it really doesn't matter. It can just sit here, do its thing, and whenever I get to it, it's ready. I would say probably a minimum for charging this up, minimum of like a week to 2 weeks, but I'm going for a month. It's just gonna sit here and do its thing. I think what I will do, I'll go grab one of my grass knives, or maybe I'll have you and Corbin get some grass knives and go pick me some dock. So dock, much like comfrey, is what's called a bioaccumulator. This is some dock right here. That's actually a very nice looking dock. If you know anything about plants, the more I've learned about plants, bioaccumulators like this, they have a very, very deep taproot. I think I was reading in one of my books that dock, any of the dock species, they have a taproot that can go down. It's like 34 feet. That's a deep taproot. And if you've ever tried to dig one up, especially a mature one, you're not getting all that root. Stuff like this, bioaccumulators, they can go in there, and as that rots down, any minerals or things that this thing has reached way deep down and pulled up and put in its leaves are now in here. Dock, a lot of people consider it a noxious weed, but according to certain sources, so is comfrey. But in my case, I'm using some dock to supercharge my biochar. So this is about full. I think I'll give it a good stir. I might go grab the paint mixer on the drill to really get those cow crackers broken up. And honestly, I might have the boys add some more to this because honestly, urine has a whole bunch of stuff in it that can help supercharge biochar. All right, we're just about full. Yeah, I think those lines are gonna float.
Yeah, they're already floating.
The hoses are coming up the fuller it gets. Oh well, so much for that. It's all good. It'll work either way. There you go. You guys don't have to follow my recipe. You can make your own recipe. But basically, you just want to get some nitrogen, some minerals. I've wondered if I could go get our amendments that we add to our beds and mix in this. I probably could, and I actually think I will. I'll just get a scoop, add a scoop to that, see what it does, see if it gets soaked up by the charcoal. That'd be kind of a cool experiment. That broke those cow pies up great. I'm gonna put these things back down in there. All right. All you girls being noisy. Think they're happy to be over by themselves. And all the guys over there, they ain't making a peep. All right, so since I've talked about the pigs and messed with pigs today, I thought I would talk about something. I've needed to talk about it every video, but I ended up forgetting, or end up getting ahead of myself or whatever. So, in a little less than a month now, for those who are interested, I am teaching a class on just the basic how to butcher a pig. It's gonna be in Greer, South Carolina. It's on March 4th, and we're gonna do it from shot to, you know, freezer bags. I will show you how to scald and scrape. I'll show you some of the tricks I've learned from my experiences. All the various people I've helped over the past 4 years since we've been here, 5 years just about. I've had situations go bad myself here. There's been times where things haven't gone the way we want, and it's just like, how do we overcome this? So I'll share some of that stuff in this class. Josh and Megan, who put on the Farm Where You Live Festival, they're the ones hosting this class. They've got everything on the website, link below. If you're interested, I want to say we're getting close to being out of tickets for the class, but there are still just a couple left. And to the people who have already signed up, I am looking forward to seeing all your smiling faces there. For people who want meatballs,
Yeah.
I can already tell you right now, I don't want meatballs.
That's fine. You don't have to have meatballs.
I want pasta. So, this was actually a freezer meal you made quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And you pulled it out last night and cooked it, but we all had such a late lunch and we had massive burritos for lunch that we weren't hungry. So we ate after we got home from karate.
Right. So
Hence why it's half gone. And it was good.
It was good. So there's still quite a bit left, and then meatballs. And that'll be fine.
All right, that'll work. Everybody's like behind me, sitting in the living room. So I'll point over here. It's a nice view over here too. All right, dinner was good.
And easy.
And easy. It was quick and easy.
Quick and easy.
It was a busy day. It was a busy day for you.
Yeah. We had our Azure pickup this morning at 8 a.m. So I had to run out early first thing and go get our Azure order. And then I came back and like just hit the ground running. So
Busy day.
yeah.
All right. With that said, go check out the Farm Where You Live pig processing workshop that we're putting on. Like I said, I think they have a couple tickets left, but I know the class is just about full.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
Looking forward to seeing everybody who attends. I think it's going to be a fun day.
I think it will.
So, alrighty, we will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.